and fancy free. And I'm sure that you'll agree we're in the same old boat, you see. So come on, buddy, laugh with me. So everybody laugh with me. We'll drive away the tears and misery. Turn the jukebox way up loud to cheer the small crowd. And everybody laugh with me. Play the tune so loud and fast, try not buy your happy pass. Bartender, won't you serve the drinks on me? Then just slide back all the chairs and we'll dance away our cares. Yes, everybody laugh with me. So everybody laugh with me. We'll drive away the tears and misery. Turn the jukebox way up loud to cheer the small crowd. And everybody laugh with me. So everybody laugh with me. We'll drive away the tears and misery. Turn the jukebox way up loud to cheer this morning loud. And everybody laugh with me. Turn the jukebox way up loud to cheer this morning crowd. And everybody laugh with me.
Oh, yeah. Thank y'all.
Take me back, take me back, take me back to Kentucky. Lord, when I die, let them know where I won't go. Take me back to Kentucky. Lord, when I was in the land of fields I did roam, so far, far away from my home. The thing we had with mother and dad, oh, take me back to Kentucky. Take me back, take me back, take me back to Kentucky. Lord, when I die, let them know where I want to go. Take me back to Kentucky. Is the same. Everything's gonna up, Lord, time to take me away. Now I'm getting old, my hair's turning gray. These are the words that you still hear me say. Take me back, take me back, take me back to Kentucky. Lord, when I die, let them know where I want to go. Take me back to Kentucky. To Kentucky, Lord, when I die, let them know where I want to go. Take me back to Kentucky.
Oh, thank y'all. Well, we'd like to say a great big howdy to everybody. Can you hear up there on top of the hill? Somebody said they need to cut everything up a little bit. We like the Boyd brothers. We awful loud when we get up here. I'm surprised if somebody said they can't hear, but just thought I'd let you know that, Jack. Like we said, we like to welcome everybody to our portion of the show. Are you having a big time this weekend at Bass Mountain? I'm gonna tell you what. I want to say a great big thanks right now to the man upstairs for giving us the wonderful weather. I mean, to tell you, they're about Monday or Tuesday. She was looking a little shaky, if you know what I mean, but cleared on out and got a wonderful weekend. Still got a lot to go this weekend. How many of you is going to stick around with us tomorrow? Yeah, going to have a big, we always have a pretty good Sunday crowd here. We got the live radio show going on tomorrow about 3 o'clock, and I always look forward to that. We'll introduce some of the boys. We got around to a few of them last night and didn't get to all of them, so we'll let you know who's picking for you. We'll start down here on the end. I'll tell you what, we'll start little. Where's he at? He's hid behind this guitar picker. This is a world traveler right here. I mean to tell you, he went to the Bahamas with us back in February on the cruise, and he made a big time on there. I mean to tell you, he done good, played all the shows with us. That's John's young son, Will Ridge. Why don't you give Will a hand there on the fiddle? Take a bow there, Will. Young Willard. Somebody asked where Precious's boy is today. He's out hitting home runs. He had a ball game this morning, but I guess he'll be here with us this afternoon. And old Will's big daddy over there picking the guitar right now, plays the fiddle, the banjo. Mandolin plays a little bit of bass. You can't hook this guy up wrong, I mean to tell you. Been with us since July 4th of 1980. And I'm going to tell you what, when it comes to working hard on and off stage, there's none that works no harder. That's big John Ridge down there. I want you to make John welcome. He's going to do your title song of our first gospel album that recorded back in 1983. And we haven't had a few tapes on these. We don't have any more albums. We finally threw all them in the St. Johns River, our last trip to Florida. And I don't have any more of them, but got some tapes. This is a title song, like we said. I'll sing for my Lord.
I'd sing on this earth for many fine people, sang the songs of the world, of my friends and at home. But when I get up there, I'm gonna sing for my Savior. All our voices shall ring when we all gather there. I'll sing for my Lord when I get to glory. My voice will be raised with the angels on high. We'll strike no bad chord when we all sing together. I'll sing for my Lord in the sweet by and by. Now the angel of death has called all my loved ones, and I know that my time, it is soon drawing nigh. Soon I'll join in the choir with all the angels supernal. Yes, I'll join them to sing in the sweet by and by. I'll sing for my Lord when I get to glory. My voice will be raised with the angels on high. We'll strike no bad chords when we all sing together. I'll sing for my Lord in the sweet by and by. I'll sing for my Lord when I get to glory. My voice will be raised with the angels on high. We'll strike no bad chords when we all sing together. I'll sing for my Lord in the sweet by and by. I'll sing for my Lord in the sweet by and by.
righty. That's Big John Riz down there. Failed to mention, that's, like I said, title song of our first gospel album. John wrote that song several years ago. That's one of the first songs he wrote several years back. We'll introduce our bass player to you here, bring him up and let him render one off for you. I'll tell you what, he's a dandy. We're glad to have him up here today. He's been with us a couple of years now, and we just got through doing a new recording on Pine Castle record label down in from Orlando, Florida, and we've been doing a lot of practicing trying to get ready for this thing. Well, Mike here, he lives up in the western part of North Carolina, so it's a pretty good drive for him down here. Well, here several weeks back, we was having a big practice session over at Johnny Ridge's house, working up some new material and whatnot. And it come in the awfulest storm you ever seen. I mean to tell you, wind, rain, just a little bit of everything, a little bit of ice in there. Well, Mike said, boys, ain't no way I'm going to try to drive back home in this mess. I'm just not going to do it. So John said, well, son, we got plenty of room here. Come on and spend the night with me. I said, well, you sure it won't be putting you out? I said, well, no. I said, we got 3 bedrooms here. One of them, of course, is mine and my wife. She's not going to sleep with us. The other one is my little girl. You're not going to sleep with her. I said, but you're welcome to sleep with my young son, young Willard, over here. Well, said, that wouldn't be no problem. Said, I can handle their sleeping the wheel. Said, I don't think he'll kick the covers off too bad. So they got in their pajamas, got ready to bed down there.
You ought to seen this thing here in pajamas with feet in them.
Not only feet, had one of them little trap doors back there too, boy. Well, they kicked the light out there and kind of got quiet there. All of a sudden, little Will over there flips the light on. Gets out on his side of the bed, gets down on his knees. Well, Mike here sees what he's doing, knelt down to the side of the bed. So Mike gets out on his side of the bed, kneels down. Little Will looks across at him and says, what are you doing? Mike said, well, I'm, same thing you doing. Will said, boy, Daddy's going to be mad because the pot's on my side of the bed. He ain't spent the night since. I'll tell you what, does a fine job. We're going to let him sing one we got off our latest CD. We recorded up to Doobie Shea Studios, Tim Austin and all the boys here last year. We did this thing with Chubby Wise. And it's one, I don't know if anybody else has played it, but Buddy Michael sure has played the fire out of it, I mean to tell you. Y'all make him welcome. That's Mike Street down there in the Tupelo County Jail.
Write me a letter, send that letter by mail, send that letter in care of the Tupelo County Jail. Write a letter for the kisses, I'm gonna have me a ball. Baby kisses on paper are better than no kisses at all. Write me a letter, send that letter by mail, send that letter in care of the Tupelo County son lives down the road. Down the road, down the road, got a little pretty girl down the road. Well, every day and Sunday too, I go to see my pearly blue. For you hear the rooster crow, you see me headed down the road. Down the road, down the road, got a little pretty girl down the road. Well, down the road just a mile or two lived the little girl in pearly blue. About so high and her hair was brown, prettiest thing was in this town. Down the road, got a little pretty girl down the road.
Thank y'all. Thank you ever so much. That's an old number Flat Scruggs done years and years ago. Okay, we'll do that. I tell you, we need to introduce a young gentleman up here. We kind of see if we can make the round this afternoon and let you know who everybody is. Most of you know us all, a lot of you don't, and we kind of like to get acquainted with each and every one of you out there. How many of you out there know Precious? Yeah. Precious is a star. He's a legend in his own mind. Certainly. Step on up there, son. You say your little fat boy's not with you today, huh? Playing ball, hitting home runs, just like Reggie Jackson. You know Reggie's retired now, don't you? Yeah. He ain't hitting home runs no more. Is your boy gonna grow up to be just like him?
I hope not.
You hope not. Okay. All right. He comes from right over the holler over here in Saxby Hall, North Carolina. We introduced him to you yesterday. Some of you wasn't here evidently, and we want to make you acquainted with him right again. He comes, like I say, from Saxby Hall, North Carolina, and he's a genuine Saxby Hall Indian. Yes. He's not too bad to get on the warpath as long as you keep the fire water away from him. Mike Auldridge from Saxby Hall. Give him a hand there, if you will.
Tennessee. And I'm always longing to return to the place that means the world to me. Just a little shack, roof all turned black, still it's a palace dear to me. Songbirds always singing round the kitchen door in my little home in Tennessee. I could see my mother standing by the gate as I drove the old horse up the lane. I can still remember many years ago, now I wish I'd never caused her pain. With a tender smile, beaming all the while, no one else could be so kind to me. Now she's up in heaven, and she'll never return to my little home in Tennessee. Still remember many years ago when my sweetheart wandered by my side down among the mountains where wildflowers grow. There she promised she would be my bride. Then another man won her heart in hand. Then I knew how much she meant to me. I was broken hearted and I went away from my little home in Tennessee.
Jack, give me a little more monitor in this guitar, please.
Thank y'all ever so much. That's Mike Street with a brand new song that we just released off of our, well, hadn't released it yet. We just recorded it. Steve was talking about our upcoming Pine Castle label, and we'll release coming up, and we're hoping to have it out sometime next month. And also, while we're talking about recordings and things like that, those of you that have been up to the top of the hill and looked at what we have to offer at the T-shirt shed up there, where we have a pretty much of a permanent fixture up there, we want to invite all of you to come by and pick up a free picture and look at all the handbills we have to offer up there at different festivals. A lot of great bluegrass music going on all over the country, and we want you all to take part and support all these fine festivals and bluegrass shows all over the country. Also, we got some brand new T-shirts up at the Bass Mountain Boys shed up there. We don't have a sample of them with us down here, but I'll tell you one thing, it's a little bit different than what we've ever had before. If you don't believe it, go up there and look at it. When you see the mugs on them T-shirts up there that they got up there at the top of the hill, I'll tell you, you'll agree with what I said. There's nothing like it. Well, we have a lot of things we want to invite you to come on up and take a look at what we've got to offer, and also invite you to take a look at all the artists, what they have to offer for you out here. That's part of what pays the bills for all these bands. If you'd support them, we sure would appreciate it a whole lot. Stephen, what you got on your mind besides hair?
Well, grab your guitar, son. You want to talk, Preston?
Well, I could, but I don't really want to.
Where you from? Where you from?
Y'all folks feeling good out there today? That's good. That's really good. I'm just killing time up here. Steve's trying to tune the old Victor. What do you think, old Dad? Beautiful day, isn't it?
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it.
We'll call around the Slim Fast Quartet. We had the Weight Watchers Quartet yesterday. We got the Slim Fast Quartet here today. Do one for you off of our 1991 gospel album that we released here, 1991, I guess you'd call it. That's a pretty good assumption right there. This is one with the old Chuck Wagon Gang numbers we've always wanted to do and finally had a chance to record it. One called The Echoes of the Burning Bush.
Most stood on holy ground, fire for God descended down, set the roadside bush on fire.
Bush on fire and close.
Then the Lord did there exclaim, whose service should remain, all the echoes from the bush on fire.
Bush on fire, oh,
I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
How they thrill my soul.
How they thrill my soul. I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
Point me to the goal.
Point me to the goal. I no more in doubting.
with joy I'm shouting.
With the thought of shame to blush, shame to blush. This my song shall ever be. Words that are so sweet to me. Echoes from the burning bush, the burning bush. God sent down his only son, just to ransom everyone by the echoes from the fire.
By the fire that the
God of every earth and land would not pick or choose a man, for his blood will save us from the fire. I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
How they thrill my soul.
How they thrill my soul. I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
Point me to the goal.
Point me to the goal. I'm no more in doubting,
but with joy I'm shouting.
with the thought of shame to blush, shame to blush. This my song shall ever be. Words that are so sweet to me. Echoes from the burning bush, the burning bush. I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
How they thrill my soul.
How they thrill my soul. I can hear those lovely echoes from the burning bush.
Point me to the goal.
Point me to the goal. I'm no more in doubting,
But with joy I'm shouting.
with the thought of shame to blush, shame to blush. This my song shall ever be. Words that are so sweet to me. Echoes from the burning bush, the burning bush. This my song shall ever be. Words that are so sweet to me. Echoes from the burning bush, the burning bush.
Oh, thank y'all. That's there's my damage for this set. That'd be not enough of that.
I'll tell you what. While we're doing some songs here off of the gospel album we did back in 1990, we want to bring around a fellow we introduced last night. He's kind of the unsung hero of Bass Mountain Music Park. He done moved down there to the end down there, old Arnold Schwarzenegger himself. Yes, sir. If you don't believe it, just cross him one time. But anyways, no, it ain't quite that bad. Anyways, we've told you before that he is about his college education. He's the only member of this band that has a college education. As a matter of fact, there ain't but one up here that's probably got as much education as him, and that's my son. He just started kindergarten. But anyways, we was talking about his education here the other day. I asked him, I said, when you was in school out there, what'd you take? He said, well, we had several different subjects we took, but one way we had it I enjoyed a whole lot was called biology. I said, well, what's biology? He said, well, that's the study of plants and animals. I said, okay. What about in biology did you enjoy so much? He said, well, we had one class there in biology that they figured out we had several different scientific reasons of why mother's milk is better for a newborn baby than cow's milk. And I said, well, Mike, that's a question that has pondered my mind for years and years. Pray tell, won't you enlighten me on why mother's milk is better for a newborn baby than cow's milk? He said, well, they had 4 or 5 real good scientific reasons. Said, number 1, it was cheaper. Yeah. Number 2 was the cats can't get to it. Number 3 was it was easier to take on a picnic. But he said the 4th and most important reason that they learned why mother's milk is better for a newborn baby than cow's milk is because it comes in the cutest little old containers you ever seen in your life. Yes, sir. That's Michael D. Wilson down there from the Pumpkin Center, North Carolina. Would you give him a hand and sing for you?
Well, sing to me, oh, yeah.
I often sing for those I love, who've gone to live with Christ above. No more on earth, their forms I see, when I am gone, you sing for me.
Who'll sing for me?
Who'll sing for me
when I am gone?
When I am gone,
As I so
awful friends have done.
Oh, well, it won't be long.
Well, it won't be long.
Till my home I'll see.
Till my home I see. When I am gone.
for me.
The time to go, is drawing nigh.
It's drawing nigh.
Soon I to earth must say goodbye. Just over there, with Christ I'll be.
With Christ I'll be.
And I want my friends,
to sing for
me.
Oh, sing for me.
Oh, sing for me
when I am gone.
When I am gone.
As I so often,
As I so often friends have done.
well, it won't be long.
Well, it won't be long.
Till the home I'll see.
Till the home I sing.
When I am gone,
When I am gone, who sing for me.
Oh, sing for me.
Oh, sing for me
when I am gone.
When I am gone.
As I so often,
As I so often friends have done.
well, it won't be long.
Well, it won't be long.
Till the home I'll see.
Till the home I sing.
when I am gone.
When I am gone, who'll sing for me? Who'll sing for me?
All righty, that's one, like John said, we have recorded on our Beautiful Life CD. Mike broke a mandolin string. We'll let him change it. I want to mention a few things here while we're changing that string. I want to say one thing. Y'all have been a well-behaved crowd this weekend. I want y'all to give yourselves a hand out there. Y'all have done a great job of keeping everything clean, and we hadn't had too many problems or hadn't had too many reported. We may have had a whole bunch of problems, but hadn't too many of them been reported. Also, I wanted to make mention, hadn't done it in the last 3 years. I want to thank Al Stanfield out here. He cussed me out yesterday for not mentioning him. He's been working our record table, and Al, I want you to stand up here. I want everybody to see you. Stand up, because I want y'all to give Al Stanfield a hand right here now. Buddy, he's a dandy now.
He's the one that watches all our wires, so you can watch us run up and down this hill over here. So we have great appreciation to Al out there.
Anybody that buy a ticket and work real hard, he's a good man. You can't beat it, that's for sure. Son, get your guitar. Let's pick one while he's changing his wire down there. We'll turn you loose on one here that you've been playing 12 years and you hadn't got it right yet. Maybe you'll get it right in that lucky 13th year, maybe so. This is one we'll do. We got anybody from over in the western part of North Carolina here? Anybody at all?
That don't count.
Speaking of, while I'm talking about places, I got cussed out yesterday. I mean, I got a 14-karat cussing yesterday. For my little geography lesson, I left some states out, and boy, I heard about it. How many people we got from Pennsylvania here? Anybody from Pennsylvania?
Oh, one time.
I mean, I got cussed out for that.
Steve, I'd like to make mention also that you talking about where people's coming from. I was told yesterday there's a couple here come to be with us all the way from Spokane, Washington. Son, that's a pretty good piece off. I can't remember the names, but they here, and we glad to have you. By granny, does anybody drive that far for this mess? It's got to be a lover of fine entertainment, I'll tell you that.
Mike Wilson, smile. This lady wants to take you. Oh, Will. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm used to it being your picture. Smile, Will.
Excuse us while we pose. Is there anything else we can do for you? Just let us know.
Come on up here, son. We got to get you past position.
All right. We as soon as the photography lessons over here, we'll continue the show here.
Our show is in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it helps to uncover it.
It's that little red button on the side there. That's right. Oh, that's right. Little red button there.
You remember
Well, we're having photography trouble right now. Just stand by.
Do not adjust your set. We'll be with you in just a minute.
Don't try this at home. We're professionals. We'll do one for you here about a mountain over in the western part of North Carolina. Honey, we're going to pick. We'll get this picture next go around. One called the Black Mountain Rag. All righty, thank y'all. Black Mountain Rag. Just want to let y'all know she still hasn't got the camera fixed yet, but she's working on it.
Film at 11.
We got time to do one more. We're going to leave you with another gospel number here that we got recorded on our All Together Now tape up at the top of the hill. And this is one that's been pretty good to us down through the years. Seem to get a few requests for it down through the line. Y'all take care. We'll be back on later on tonight. I want y'all to hang around and enjoy the show that we got planned out for you this evening. Want to mention one more time that WPCM Country 101 will be having their live Bluegrass show from the stage here tomorrow at 3 o'clock. We'd like to invite all of you to come be a part of the big Bluegrass show tomorrow. Down here, I want you to bring all your chairs down front and be live on the radio with all of us, because we have a time, I mean to tell you.
Wear your good suit. You're going to be on the radio.
That's right. So we'll take it out here with one, like we said, that recorded on our All Together Now album soon as we get in tune. Honey, this is your last chance. We're fixing to leave the stage.
Okay. You got it. Go ahead.
Here we go. We're going to try it one more time.
Oh, hell, come on, son. Get up here.
Thank you very much.
Anybody got any AA batteries? I think that might solve the problem.
Anybody got one of them little brownie Instamatics out there? She's needing one bad.
Here's one called When I Wake Up to Sleep No More. We'll see y'all later on.
What a glad thought, some wonderful morning, just to hear Gabriel's trumpet sound. When I wake up to sleep no more, rise to meet our blessed Redeemer with a glad shout, I'll leave the ground. When I wake up to sleep no more, when I wake up some morning, to the dawning, over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one
whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more. Glory to God of heaven, your body changed in the twinkling of an eye. When I wake up to sleep no more, leaving behind all trouble and sorrows, bound for the city up on high. When I wake up to sleep no more, sunlight morning to the dawning, over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more.
Well, we appreciate y'all putting up with our portion of the program. Before we get out of here, come on, everybody, put your hands together and clap along with us as we sing. Let's sing it tonight. Come behind the stage, Junior.
Sunlight morning to the dawning, over in glory, telling the story with the redeemed of all the ages, praising the one whom I adore. When I wake up to sleep no more. When I wake up to sleep no more.
Hey, y'all, appreciate it.
The Bass Mountain Boys, your host band here at Bass Mountain Music Park. Ho! 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 I don't know. What do you think, Street? Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. You want to hear another one? I think the majority rules here at Bass Mountain.
How many of y'all want to hear another one? Y'all see that girl take that picture? Let's do one. Let's let Precious sing one. How about that? Grab a B chord there, and we'll let Precious do one that everybody on this mountain has heard once or twice. It's about two racehorses from the state of Kentucky. Very powerful. We got anybody here from Kentucky?
All right.
Welcome to the United States. We're glad to have you here with us. No, I'm just kidding. Anybody know the name of this song? Molly and 10 Speed. That's right. Y'all got it here.
That's Ted Brooks.
You ready, Precious? Yeah. Everybody sing along. Here we go now. Said to Molly, I'm leaving this old world.